Hi, I'm Gillian Fawcett. I'm the founder of Public Finance by Women, an organisation to support women working in public financial management. I just want to take today the opportunity to talk a little bit about the importance of women in the accounting profession and more generally in finance. The role of women and the participation within the accountancy profession is extremely important to a country's economic governance and growth and prosperity. So equal participation has lots of values for countries both in the developed world and also in developing countries. But for a moment, I want to stick with developing countries and specifically with reference to what is going on in Afghanistan at the moment, where women and girls are being excluded from education, in particular secondary education. It can't be right in a country where over 50% of the population are women and girls that they're actually excluded from the decision-making process. That can't be good for the economy of that country, or indeed prosperity or growth of that country. And it can't be good for the accounting profession either, that adds value in all sorts of ways, in terms of to the transparency of financial reporting, to the accuracy of financial reporting, to the good governance of the country. And I can think back to when I worked with professional bodies, and in Afghanistan in particular, they were beginning to start to establish their local accounting profession, which was great news. Because if you think back, the Economist did a report back in 2009, and it calculated that in a city the size of Kabul, which is around 4 million plus people, you could count the number of accountants, professionally qualified accountants, on one hand. And it's only subsequently that the profession began to grow with the input of other bodies. And up until about 2018-19, there were over 1,000 accountants beginning their training or indeed had qualified as accountants, of which a third of those accountants were women. So it can't be right for the country to be holding back those women, and particularly the valuable contribution that they can make within finance and in particular government public financial management. So in terms of public finance by women, are very supportive and stand by those women and implore the country to actually look forward rather than look backward, particularly if they want to see economic prosperity in the future. So what else can I add to that? You may well sort of say, well, it's fine for you to sit back in the comfort of your own home and sit pretty. Well, we support women in finance around the world, and we want to see women make an active contribution around the world. So that's why we feel that we need to say something positive and supportive for those women in Afghanistan. So just to end off with a quote by The Economist, which I think is highly relevant. So you might think boring old accountancy might not seem a priority in a war-torn country. But in business and in public finance, it can foster trust and transparency, which is a scarce commodity, actually, where corruption and fraud can be systemic. So just like to end, Public Finance by Women is behind women and girls in Afghanistan wanting to pursue their career in accountancy, wanting to help make the country's economy prosper in the future. Thank you.